So I was thinking we could do something, this isn't right. Yeah, that was nice. Let's get, are you gonna fix that?
Why? I'm a fucking loser.
But are you drinking Trulies?
Yeah, because apparently I'm a bitch.
That's not gonna do.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's much nicer.
Yeah. Feel a little more confident now.
You should feel confident. Because we're in the Wombat Den, and this is Wombat Watch. I'm Johnny Walker Red.
I'm Raymond the Chief Rodriguez, and we are your hosts for this week's recap.
Yes, we are. Let's talk about our first game, Raymond. Probably a bit of a sensitive subject.
Yeah, Will came and got me. Okay.
Will came and got you.
He ended up with that 102.26 win, okay, against my 86.12. So we ended up coming out with Yahoo's ranking of a D- or D+ game, excuse me, and he ended up beating me by 16.14 points.
16 points. That's a good sum, man.
Yeah, this is one of those times where I've preached so much to play the teams, not the projections. I might have been wrong this week.
It's pretty unfortunate. Your highest player, Jonathan Taylor, put in some work, though. He tried. He tried his hardest.
He did.
29.8 points.
I was kind of hoping he would be the one to pull me out of it, but you know what? It just didn't happen. He gave me everything he had, and he really got close to that 30-point mark. Still, with the rest of my receivers, just couldn't pull it off.
Speaking of your receivers, Deebo Samuels with 2.9 points.
Yeah, their game was
Did he even play?
I think I saw him once in the third quarter.
He was there somewhere. Right?
Yeah, I don't know where.
Eating a chili dog in the stands.
I will say this: Will did come in last, or the worst player this week with Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver from the Giants.
Yeah, 1.3.
Yeah, so surprisingly, with the best and the worst going against each other, they flip-flopped. It should have been the other way, but
kind of crazy. Williams' highest player was a kicker, Chase McLaughlin. 19 points. That's more than some people's quarterbacks.
Yeah, more than mine.
All right, moving on to our Michael Vick game of the week.
The household game. Shane versus Emily, the third strings versus the Reapers. Shane ended up coming out with that win by 21.4 points, a game of 84.22 points to 62.82 points. Yahoo puts that at a B+ rating game.
Yeah, that Seattle defense got him a lot of his points. 16 points for Seattle's D, with, unfortunately, CeeDee Lamb getting him 0 points.
None.
Getting that ankle injury and then leaving the game, Silence of the Lambs, for a couple weeks now.
I will say this, CD did try to come back. He did try, made it one play, and you could instantly see that he was done.
Yeah, he was not in there.
So this week, though, Emily, the running back Reapers, ended up getting the best and the worst. The best player being Drake May, the quarterback from the Patriots, with 20.2 points.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and she got Baltimore with Baltimore's defense with -4 points.
I don't think anybody would have assumed that Baltimore was going to get negative defensive points.
No, I know. I did not expect that. I thought Baltimore was going to do a lot better, but you know what? Apparently Derrick Henry can't hold on to a football, so it happens.
That's true. But you definitely feel like you picked correctly if you picked the Lions defense. 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Insane. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there the whole entire time like, will you protect this man?
Yeah. There was no pocket in that game.
There wasn't. It was just constant pressure on Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next game. We have the rookie phenom, once more, Esther Garner versus Star Vision, Mr. Todd. Esther elevates herself to 3-0 this week.
Yeah, and we had the privilege of watching football with her this week.
We did.
And
it was a good time.
It was nothing but shit talking on her part.
She just talked shit the whole time, guys. Me and RJ were over there. We're watching the games, speaking Bible verses to each other. Just good, wholesome men. And she's over there just swearing like a sailor.
Yeah. I think the whole time it was just us trying to bring fun to the game. And here she comes just talking down to us like, You know, she'd been here for years, even though this is her first year.
Despicable, Esther.
Do better.
Do better.
I will say this. Esther did have a win of 118.42 over...
Good Lord, RJ. I think that's the highest score of the week.
That is.
It?
They had a deficit of 29.76 points, an A-plus game rating. Star Vision come out with 88.66 points. I know at the beginning of the games on Sunday, she was thinking she might lose. And
I think all three of us kind of thought we were going to lose.
I did.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
So I will say this. Esther did have the highest score of this game. She had Caleb Williams, quarterback of the Bears.
He really turned it around, didn't he?
Yeah,
Last year he was so bad.
Well, John, I don't know if you know this, but I spent all day trying to find the Dallas defense. I could not find it.
Yeah, it didn't look like they showed up at all.
No, their receivers were more open than a 7-Eleven.
Well, you know what? Maybe they got stuck on the plane.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the negatives of Esther's team this week. Her lowest player, her kicker, Daniel Carlson, 4 points. And Esther has been all over the message board about kickers, and she seems to really hate them, and got to tell you, it looks like they don't like her either.
Incidentally, you know who got the same amount of points as her kicker? Star Vision's wide receiver, or running back from the Texans, Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. It was looking like Nick Chubb was going to be pretty viable for fantasy, but all of a sudden this game comes up and he looks kind of washed. I don't know.
You know what? We also thought the Bears would be washed, but they beat my Cowboys no problem.
I will say there was some bright spots for Star Vision's team. His highest player, Christian McCaffrey, 14 points.
Yeah,
he is the Niners offense. The 49ers offense is 100% Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
He also had the Colts defense, which awesome pick there, man. 15 points. Just couldn't quite overcome that deficit. It was massive.
Yes. So what about this next game? Yourself.
It is the coup de grace
versus
No Name 7.
Mr. Raff.
Mr. Raff.
You guys had a C- game rating. You only won by 3.5 games, or 3.5 points, making it the closest game of the week.
It was indeed the closest game of the week, and I got to tell you, I was about chewing through my fingers the whole last minute and 30 seconds of the Baltimore game. And, whew, I got to say, I'm pretty sick and tired of winning in this fashion. It is the most stressful thing ever. Why can't I just get a 118-point game and just coast off of the win the whole entire time?
Yeah,
just
but
enjoy it.
You did get 86.72 points over Raph's 83.22 points.
84.22.
84.22. Apologize.
Yeah.
So you still won.
My highest player being Lamar Jackson, 27.02 points.
Yeah, and you also had the lowest player.
I did indeed.
Chase Brown, the running back from the Bengals.
Who also, we'll talk about it later. He's on the trading block if anybody wants that guy.
But going back to this, though, the kicker debacle here, your lowest running back had the same amount of points as Raph's kicker.
That's true. Wait a minute, really?
2 points.
2 points. Plus, speaking of bad running backs, though, Ramondre Stevenson for Raph's team, 1.6 points.
Yeah, but you know what you have to deal with now? Mike Evans with a hamstring injury.
Oof. I gotta be honest, he's kind of doing me a favor. Now I can pick Mika Egbuka without feeling guilty.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also for Raph, Jordan Mason, a recent pickup he had right before the game started. 23.60 points for Mason on the Vikings offense. Pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
Nice pickup, dude.
So what about this last week's matchup of the week? We had Josh's King with the Lost Boys. Josh's King, of course, come out with the win, 96.82 points, versus the Lost Boys, 74.02.
Well, I got to tell you, this year, RJ, it really does look like Josh is the king. Josh Allen is carrying Trent to victory.
23.02 points.
23.02 points. Insanity. He did have the Buffalo defense, which only scored him 2 points, but he pulled out the win in the end, and I guess that's all that matters.
Yeah, they had an A- game, still a great rating. He ended up winning by 22.8 points.
Yeah.
They get that, of course, Josh Allen coming in with the most points, the least points being from DeAndre Hopkins and Flowers.
Zay Flowers and DeAndre Hopkins, 1.3 points.
Ravens did not have a good game.
Did they even play at all? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, now we have an injury that we have to deal with James Conner, the running back from the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think he dropped him immediately.
Yeah, with that foot injury, he's going to be out for a bit.
Just ditched him, got rid of him. He did have Baker Mayfield on his team, by the way. 17 points. Kind of a shining light in the darkness here. Sad.
Yeah.
Looks like that 2023 victory didn't do shit for you this week.
So let's look at next week, okay? What do we got going on next week?
Well, you see, RJ, we've got the 3-0 threat level midnight versus the 1-2 Lost Boys.
Okay.
Hopefully Baker Mayfield can carry him to a victory here. Otherwise, he's going to get thrashed.
I will say this, John. We did tell Esther if she got a 3-0, she could come onto the show. She's got her 3-0. I think even if next week we can get a 4-0, that'd make it a little better for next week's spot. But we'll see what happens.
You know what? Guest spot next week if you want it.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that game, we have the 0-3 no-name Sevens versus the 0-3 running back Reapers. What kind of game would you say that is?
You know what this is, RJ. This is the Michael Vick Game of the Week.
We've got two spots here. Somebody needs a win. Of course, we're coming back last week with Shane and Emily both needing a win.
Oh, good Lord. Could you imagine? What if this is a tie?
That would be like the coolest thing I've ever
It's
seen.
0, 1, and 3 for both of them. That would be amazing. Make it happen. Make it happen.
But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Somebody's going to get their first win. I can't say who because both teams have made some bad decisions on their part. So maybe we can get a good game. Maybe we'll get a close game. But we're going to have somebody coming at a 0-3 spot.
Definitely going to have somebody that gets a win. Somebody's going to go 0-4, and that's depressing.
Speaking of 0-3, I believe you play an 0-3 team next week.
I do. The Coup de Grace 3-0 versus Star Vision's 0-3 team. I got to say, confidently, RJ, I feel like this is another last minute kind of game for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of worried. Mike Evans is out. Quite frankly, I'm scared.
And that's okay. It happens. You did your best.
Anyway.
So after that, we've got the Waffle Stomper Wills versus the third strings, Will versus Shane.
A little bit of a head of steam built up on the Waffle Stompers.
Yeah, he's coming in 2-1. Of course, that second win being myself, with Shane being 1-2. His first win against Emily.
Yeah, his first win against Emily this last week, for sure. I think, honestly, in this game, I think third string can pull it off. I think they can take the win.
I don't know. The way Will played last week against me, he ended up coming in with that win against me. He played it smart. I don't think he was fully invested in projections. I think he did play a lot of his teams against, whoever. And he ended up coming out with that win. And don't get me wrong, I think Shane's always been a good player in the fantasy league. But he's not coming out too good this season. I think I'm going to give this week to Will.
Yeah, I guess Shane doesn't really have much firepower going on, but how often can you rely on your kicker scoring 19 points to get you a win?
Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't happen very often, but you know what? As we have seen, it does happen.
Safe to say that it's a bit of a toss-up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens for sure.
Don't let me down.
I'm excited to see.
All right, our Yahoo Game of the Week. Josh is the king, 3-0, versus What Are You Doing, Step Burrows, who are 2-1. How do you feel about this game, RJ? What do you think's going to happen?
Coming out with that loss, you know what? It's caused me to reevaluate the whole week. All my teams, all my players. I've made some trades. I think that ultimately, I'm hoping I come out with that win, but we'll see what happens. I just know that I need to take a second and kind of really look at who's playing who this week. I know I've preached it, play your teams, but I think in some cases like this one, I'm gonna have to go back and be a little hypocritical and play some projections.
That might be the case. It is a weird year so far. Some of the teams that we expected to do really well having struggles, and some of the teams that we expected to do poorly doing very well.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the Bears. Nobody saw that. Well, maybe somebody.
I watched it.
Well,
I lost 3 times over this football weekend. I lost in 2 fantasy leagues, and my Cowboys lost. It wasn't a good week.
The Broncos didn't fare too good either, so there's that. So let's go to the trading block.
All right.
So on the trading block currently, only one player from one of you guys, one from me, Chase Brown, is on the table. Anybody that thinks that the RB1 for the Bengals might be a good fit for their team, go ahead and send me an offer, and we'll talk about it and see if we can come to an agreement.
I will say this, I have Philly and Washington as a defense, and if anybody would like one of those, please send me an offer because I need a defense.
Philly's a good defense. I would
no, they're not. Not recently.
Well, they've been winning games, though. So
yeah, but not from their defense.
The next player that we have on the trading block actually comes from Raph. He's putting George Kittle up on the trading block. And I know currently George Kittle is on IR.
You know what? He's projected to be out for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I do think that when he comes back, I think he'll bounce back.
He'll still be a beast. He's still somebody that you want to have on your team. Go get him. Go get Kittle. I think Raph is looking for a decent receiver in exchange. Take the IR guy, put him in your IR slot. It costs you nothing other than the trade. You put him in your IR slot, you have an extra bench spot still.
Yeah.
Go out, get that trade from Raph. That is a steal, honestly.
If anybody else is looking for trades, please put them out there in our group chat. We're looking to make this a more trade-friendly league.
Even if you don't know who to ask about trades, like I said, message us. We'll put it on here.
Yeah, throw it out there. Like even now, for example, a tight end can benefit you, but it wouldn't benefit me.
Right.
So just throw it out there. We'll see what happens.
A tight end would be great for my team. I would be pretty well unstoppable.
Yeah, I wish I had a better tight end right now.
I wish your end was tighter too.
After that fucking I got this weekend, it's not.
So let's talk about Gowan for a second. He's talking about trading Pokemon cards for trades as well.
I like Pokemon.
I mean, Pokemon are okay. It's just not my bag,
And at the same time, though, I did offer to go sweep Esther's entire shop for a trade. I'm willing to make some trades here. I will paint a house if I have to. If it's a good trade, I'll do it. Okay? I need help right now. I just lost. I need help.
Well, I gotta tell you, I bet you Shane is wishing that we could trade picks at this point because he's gonna need some more firepower if he's gonna win any games this year.
Yeah, he is, and you know what?
Can I say how crazy it is, by the way, that we thought Trent's team, Josh is the King, was gonna be a no-win squad. And it has turned out to be dominant.
We have been we've been shut down on that.
That was the worst projection.
Yeah, our bad. Sometimes you make mistakes. It happens. You're doing good, and we're praising you.
You're doing super good. And so is Esther. And you know what? I'll throw myself in there too. I'm doing pretty good too. And then there were 3.
Yep, we've got 3 undefeated teams.
2 teams with no wins, correct?
3 teams with no wins.
3 teams?
We got No Name 7th, Running Back Reapers, and the Star Visions.
Well, I'm kind of happy about that, RJ, because it gives me a reason to keep picking the Michael Vick game of the week, and I gotta tell you, that's one of my favorite things. I love it.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. I know after this week, we might end up with 2. We might end up still, or we might end up with just 1.
Yeah, Star Vision might get their first win from me, honestly.
Yeah, and then with no name 7s and the running back Reapers, we're guaranteed to come out of the 0 spot.
I will say, Raf's squad looks a lot better than I thought he was going to continue to be, honestly. I thought his team would probably take a dive a bit, but picking up Jordan Mason, excellent pick, like I said. He's a strong competitor now, and I think he can get some wins. I think he's got a chance to go, at least 50-50.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I know I will say this in our rankings. Esther has made her spot up to the number 1.
She is the number 1.
She is now our number 1 player. I know we got Josh as the king being 2nd, you being 3rd. Will being 4th.
I've been in 3rd place for a while now.
And, I am now in 5th.
Holding on.
So, if you're under that 5, work your way up. Do a little better. Come on.
Do better. I believe in you. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. I am John Walker Red.
Raymond the Chief Rodriguez.
We'll see you guys next time. Hey RJ, what are you doing?
No, I'm just playing Madden.
Why?
Well, because I'm going to run all over the Cowboys defense. I'm just playing in Seattle, practicing against New Orleans. Because I'm Atlanta's coach trying to get us to score.
Okay. Have fun with that.
All because I'm the lead singer of my band, 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 my band.